Saxon. Hey, welcome everybody. We just got done watching an hour-long great live stream by Adam and Patrick on what meetings they should be attending. So excited to be getting going. Oh my gosh, dismiss my timer. Uh, um, yeah, I'm a World of Warcraft person too, Adam. Alliance all the way on for, but I haven't played in a while, so, um, yeah. All right, so, yeah, we could get into video games, a whole different channel. But thank you guys very much for joining me today. I want to get started with or go over why it's so great to get started in Power BI today. And why now is one of the best times in the world to be going inside of Power BI. I want to go over a few, kind of like slides and stuff that we're going to run through, and we're going to talk through these things, and then we're going to jump over into some clicky things, and we'll try to answer some questions as we go. Oh, Alliance, Mr. Saxon. All right, excellent. All right. When we talk about why Power BI is it's the best time ever to get started in Power BI. This really doesn't go out to, the people who have been doing this for a long time, but this is more for the people who are just getting started in Power BI. Your organization has just come along. Your your organization's adopted Power BI because 96% or 97% of Fortune 500 companies have adopted Power BI. And now you're coming along and you're getting started with this. And I've got great news for you is that right now Power BI is like Excel was 20 years ago, right? Excel was this new thing people were just getting into. And organizations were just starting to embrace the power of Excel inside their company. Power BI is at that point for you. So it's widely accessible. It's widely available. It is something that you can just get in and get started going with. It's all over the place when it comes to communities and getting help with things. You can go all over the place. Wherever you are, you can get help, be it, locally or online. We have tons of these channels that are out there. Guy in the Cube, Power BI tips. We all have different things that are out there streaming, so tons of resources available for you to just get up and get going with that. And when you look at the adoption curve, it's sick how many companies and businesses are embracing Power BI right now. I mean, it's crazy, right? The latest Gartner just came out. Microsoft and Power BI is right at the top. Truly, they're 100% in that leader category and really crushing all of their competitors. So if you're thinking about, should I even be looking at this? Well, actually, that question is gone, right? People are using Power BI in their day-to-day lives, from secretaries to CEOs to data scientists to business analysts. There's a good use case for each one of them, right? Forrester also put out a report a few weeks ago or a month ago, clearly illustrating the dominance of the Power BI sphere, right? Now, if you're getting started in Power BI and you don't really know exactly where to go, you're in luck. While there are tons and tons of free learnings. Mr. Saxon, you are an expert. There's tons and tons of free learnings that are out there, specifically at the Microsoft Learn site. You can learn, and these are really great classes for you to kind of virtually walk your way through. I was doing these on Sunday mornings. I kind of set out a goal for myself to run through 30 to 45 minutes of these things each morning. And it was really helpful, right? You can go out, you can find different learning paths to learn about AI, learn about ML, or, just getting started inside of Microsoft Azure or the O365 platform. I actually recommend people start with the Microsoft 365 fundamentals, it gives you just a good understanding of the ecosystem, right? Like, what are you playing in here? Because a lot of people have still been working on their laptops and working in on-prem solutions. Understanding what it means to be working in the cloud, these different resources that are available for you is really important as we start to make that transition, right? Yeah, I totally, I love these. And then after you do the fundamentals, and frankly, so you could go do these fundamentals, and it's supposed to be like, I think it's 4 hours and 11 minutes. I breeze through it in like 45, right? Like, a lot of these things will be kind of basic for you, but it's a good thing to kind of like dot all your I's, cross all your T's, and make sure you understand exactly what's going on, right? Um, yeah. Yeah, and the videos are excellent. They're really short. They're to the point. There's no screwing around with stuff. And then when you're getting started in Power BI, this is a great little thing to get started with. This, their learning path for getting started in Power BI, 6 hours and 22 minutes. That's really to work through everything. So if you're going to be like, I'm going to take a Saturday and I'm going to like get in on Power BI and understand what these things are, this learning path is an excellent resource for you. Okay. So if you're getting started in Power BI, these are some free trainings that are available online. This entire Learn thing is just, it's crushing it. Big shout out to my local Microsoft Learn rep, Megan Dorn. If you're listening, this one's for you. I'm a big fan of it. But then, okay, the online stuff's great, but you also want to be able to go out there and connect with the community, right? Like Adam and Patrick were talking about in their last session, getting out to conferences, getting out and engaging with other people in your community, and engaging with your internal resources is really important, right? So that's why we kind of talk about the Power BI user groups that are all over the world. We kind of covered that in the first slide, how there's like hundreds of these things across the globe. Go out to the Power BI user group website, find your local one. I know the Milwaukee group that I've just started to go to on a regular basis has been run by Seth Bauer and Michael Carlo, two incredible Power BI MVPs out there. They do an excellent job of having a real diverse conversation with people that are there, presenting different topics, coming at from different angles. It's a great way to in person go and ask someone like, hey, I want to do blank. How can I do this? In fact, at last week's Power BI user group, Seth and he brought up a few topics that I hadn't even thought about, like kind of mixing and matching together into a solution that we could do. So there's tons of opportunities to learn and grow. Even if you've been working in this space for a long time, go and talk with people. It's really highly valuable. Can really help you improve your Power BI game. Right now, put in a little plug for my guys, Adam and Patrick, a guy at the Cube. These guys are awesome. Straight up, Adam and Patrick have videos like 4 times a week, covering every topic, and they've been doing this for like, is it 500 years? I don't know. It feels like it's been 500 years. Adam and Patrick have been out there putting out great content. Really check it out. They now live stream before this show. Hopefully we can continue to do live streams and stuff, and that'll be fun too. But they also have trainings. Check them out. Also, if you're new to Power BI and you want to get started, there are 2 other big resources you should be watching, and that's the Power BI user or Power BI YouTube channel. They do all of the monthly updates. They go into depth solutions with different people. They're just tons and tons of resources that are out there on the YouTube video. I highly recommend watching for the monthly update too, because then they'll run through all of the major updates that happen onto the service, and you can really check it out that way. It's really great. And then for the stuff, because in those YouTube videos, they'll cover like the biggest things, and they'll show you the clickies and stuff like that. It's really great. But there's tons of stuff that gets released that are not there. check out the Power BI blog for updates if you're looking for more details on stuff. Yeah, it's quite good. Yep. And then one of the things that I've been doing on Kratos BI is I've been trying to bring together all of, because I'm asked all the time, who should I be following? Who should I be talking to? Where do I go for help on these things? And there's no Power BI school that I know of. Patent pending. That old Homer Simpson type thing. There isn't a school on that stuff. So I've been trying to bring together, like, who are all the great names that are out there inside the Power BI space who are contributing and that new people should go out and follow. So like, go out and check out KratosBI.com. This is my shameless plug. It's my YouTube thing, so I get to plug it. Haha. But these are the people that I follow all the time. These are the people that I learn from, right? And so we've got a whole list of all the data gods that are out there, and then we've got. I try to highlight one each and every week so we can go into like specific details around the types of solutions and why you'd want to be following them and why you'd want to connect with them. That's really excellent, right? And then I don't have a slide for this, but this is something that you should really look for and do, and that's start or find a Power BI community inside your organization. If you should have one already. It's like the biggest piece when it comes to having a successful Power BI deployment at a company is having that community that's healthy and thriving. It helps people work out on stuff. It's really great. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing some chats coming through. It's probably a little delayed, but there are a lot more people that are coming through on the Power BI Gods page. In fact, apparently there's a threshold of the number of images I can display inside of one little piece like this. So I'm in the process of re-architecting and redesigning this whole page to really cover all of the data gods that are out there and that I'm getting art pieces in place on. And we're actually going to switch over for a little shameless plug. Trying to add in more data gods and goddesses. If you like this stuff, you want to see more people out on there, go out to KratosBI.com, buy me a coffee. I'll send you off some like Power BI stickers. People are really digging these too. Do check those out. So, little plug. Back to this. All right. And then I want to help people get to like clicking and working on things faster. And that's why I've put out there how to get started in Power BI, and I've made a number of different resources that are available for you so that you can download them, start to work through these really, really fast. And some key ones I'm going to talk about. I talk about these all the time. So like if you're going to start following this, like watch this, right? Go ahead and use, hang on, Christian. You probably asked us a while ago about this, something for the slides. No, this is PowerPoint. This is native PowerPoint. It's really kind of cool. Oh my gosh, did I swear? Oh no. Sorry. But so this site is, I've got a lot of stuff out there. I'm really going to be talking about today we're going to be going over the Kratos BI data, what you can do with that, how you can use that. And then I'm also going to be using the Kratos BI visuals. So we're going to, kind of jump over to that right now. And we're going to get started on those things. So the Kratos BI data, if you're getting started in Power BI and you want to understand, hang on, let me talk directly to you. So if you're going to be working inside of Power BI and you want to just kind of get started and understand how the pieces function, how you can use the visuals, the different options that it comes to when it comes to, or the different options around formatting and all of that good stuff. The Kratos BI data set is a great place for you to start, right? You want to see how you can build out a dashboard. You want to test some things, or if you're trying to like when the monthly updates come out, the first thing I do, I pop open one of these things, and or I pop open the Kratos BI dataset, and I just follow along and I click as people are going through it. So when Amanda or whoever's doing the update is talking about the different pieces and features that are added, I go through and I test all of those different things out. The Power BI dataset, or the Kratos BI dataset that we have out there, is the AdventureWorks dataset. It is a fully fleshed out tabular model, and looking at this 100%, let's go take a look at it. So this is the this is the Kratos BI dataset. It's the AdventureWorks dataset that's available for people. It's a lot, and it can be a lot. Yeah, we were all sad to hear about Amanda. That's disappointing. But hey, God bless her. She's on to greener and, new adventures in life. So, so this is the AdventureWorks asset, and this is complex, right? If you're starting in Power BI, do not attempt this. This is not your day one, right? Day one is at best, you're going to do something along these lines, right? You're going to bring in some data from an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe you're going to, two tips. Start with either an Excel spreadsheet full of data that you understand how it is. It's a data dump that you're familiar with. Or look at taking a query from an SSRS report that you have, that know how it works. Get that query from the SSRS administrator. Have them help you get a SQL connection together so you can connect to it and you can execute that query, and then build your first Power BI report using that. But this Power BI desktop, this data file is really easy to use. It can really help you in that. So we're going to call this the demo, right? So I've saved that off. And so I'm inside the model here. This is the confusing piece. You don't have to worry about that. Start with the pane of glass that's here, and start by adding in and looking at how it works, right? Create some visuals, add in a few measures. Now, there are some basics when it comes to creating measures and fact tables that we'll kind of cover in some other videos and at some other point in time down the road. But a lot of these things can be really easy to kind of start building out and taking a look at how these things work, right? So I can add in a video here. Wow. Right? I can run through, I can test out different formats. Just play with it. Understand how this thing works, how Power BI functions and operates, right? This is an excellent place to go for you to start getting used to working inside of Power BI, right? Understand what a slicer is, what a line chart looks like, right? Understand each of these different pieces. This is, this is really important for you, right? Now, you want my favorite custom visuals? Gosh, that is a good one. Actually, so that's something I have in progress. So this is the other thing that I was showing, downloaded, is the Kratos BI visuals. This has all of the standard Power BI visuals on one pane. So as you test out different themes, you can see how all of these visuals look. This is really kind of nice, especially if you're building out a custom theme. I would highly recommend using this visual so you can understand when you apply that theme, how it's going to look across all of the visuals that are out there. Yep. Is this Aquarium Bloom? Oh no, that's Aquarium one. Where are you? This guy. Yeah. Everyone Everyone likes that. This is a really nice custom visual, I'm sorry, a custom theme out there. It is Microsoft. You done good. This is quite nice. But if you're working on building a custom theme, looking at each of these visuals as you're doing it, as you're applying it and making different changes is really helpful. One of the things that I don't even know if I could quickly do this, but a little plug for a good friend of mine that I really like is Power BI Tips. So they have a new theme builder that's out there. I have other videos on this. If you're going to build out a custom theme, like plunking these side by side is like the way to go. Like customize your theme here, import it into the visuals, make sure that these all work and function, and you'll come up with an enterprise theme that just blows people away. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. I think there was a comment earlier. Let's see if I can find it quick. Bradford. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head as to what this next little tab is going to be in the Kratos BI visuals. We're going to be going into and creating all of my favorite custom visuals that are out there, so you can see those inside of one place. So it's really easy for you to understand the impact of a theme on your custom visuals. So that is an excellent point. I fully agree. But if you're getting started in Power BI, again, this is a nice tool also to look at, so you can see how and why you might want to use, the ribbon chart, right? This is the type of thing you're going to see. This is how it's going to be useful inside your organization. And understanding the features or how these things work is really important. Hopefully we'll have an update to this file soon, not just to only include the custom visuals, but also we're working on putting together a list of guidance around how to use each one of these visuals, right? So like, why would you use a scatter plot, right? A scatter plot is really great at showing the details across two different metrics, right? So internet sales amount, internet sales order history, right? This is statisticians call this like the go-to and de facto chart of or the best, most powerful chart ever, or something like that. I was reading about. They call it that, but all right. So these are two of the tools that are out there for you to get started working inside of Power BI. We're gonna kind of flip over to the chat to see. Yes, to see kind of like people have been kind of chiming along here. We're going to call out a few different things that people have said. Yes, Seth is right. There are a ton of features that are coming out into the Power BI themes very, very shortly. Do keep checking this out. This is going to be really useful. If you're just getting started in Power BI, and this is a great point out from VJ, the weekly roundups that Adam Saxton does each week. Now, you're going to have to forgive me. I don't have the cool like animation that Adam has for like hosting something. All I can do is like put people in timeout. I don't want to put anyone in timeout. That's no good. But Adam Saxton does a weekly roundup each week. They're really, really good. I do highly recommend following those. They're excellent. But if you're just getting started in Power BI, keep this as simple as you can, right? So I went into a lot of different detail for getting started in Power BI. There's a ton of stuff out there. This can really feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. Don't let it, right? Pick and choose what's going to be most useful for you as you're starting to get used to understanding how the tool works. And that's that mindset, that frame of mind of show me how this works, I think is really important for people when they're getting started in Power BI. Because if you come in saying, well, in in Jupyter notebooks, I do blank, 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 blank. Well, it's not going to work that way, right? Power BI is a tool that is highly functional and useful in its way, much like a screwdriver is very useful. But if you're used to using a hammer and you pick up a screwdriver and you're trying to bang things in, you're going to have a bad time, right? So go in and start using Power BI and understanding how Power BI is supposed to work. Bradford Jarrett, has a great point. Start really small and figure out how you can answer one question. Go in and try to just show sales over time, right? Understand what the trend line is for sales. Don't go big. Try to keep it as small as you possibly can. These are kind of the tips that I had for getting people up and running inside of Power BI. We're gonna look over to see what questions we got out there. What question do you guys have any questions for me? Feel free to post those in chat. I work in large enterprises, with tens of thousands of users. Managing that is a challenge at best. Happy to go through and answer any questions that people have. Let's see here. I really got to get myself a crystal and ball to assist with some of these things. All right. I think I've kind of run through all the points, and I don't see a ton of questions popping up in chat. So, let's see here. So, thank you guys very much for joining my live stream. We're going to try to get out and do these on a fairly regular basis. So, if you have questions you want to understand, please, feel free to ping me. Ask the questions. I'm happy to consult. I coach people on a very regular basis, but we will see you next week. All right. Oh, hang on. One question: how to use a SAS model and other data sources together? Wait, composite data models. Have you seen the previews on that? That is something. Is this the link? Nope. Sorry. Can't search for that fast enough, I don't think. Here. Yeah, so there's a new feature coming out. There's a new feature coming out about composite models that can, they don't, that's going to be coming out relatively soon. In the August timeframe is on the roadmap. But it's not out now, so I'd hold off to then. So, but I thank you guys very much for joining. I am going to sign off. Do send me other questions. Subscribe. We'll have more concise videos. We'll be posting a recording of this that's edited down to, that was edited down to something below, but, and if you do like the content or you just simply want some stickers, these are fairly cool. Send me a, go out to KarosBI.com, buy a coffee. If you want and this is brand new, let's see if we can get this formed in. If you want your very own data god that you can bring with you anywhere, that we're sending out or it's a data god magnet, or send those out for $15 coffees, or buy 5 coffees you get one of those, so that's great. So Raj asked the question above. Let me try to answer that before I totally shut down. I should get better at this. Raj asks, what's the best approach to show multiple slicers coming from 2 or 3 dimension tables in a single Power BI tab? totally look at using the filter section, or having a pane or a section that just has filters on it. Also check out, and Adam and Patrick have done some videos on this about having like a filter bar that you can collapse and expand. Chris Hamill has some great content on that too, Raj. So go out and check that out. All right. Yeah. The composite models is difficult right now. I would hold off on that until you get to a better place with the service. So, yeah, great conversation, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming out and joining. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video and next week. So, peace. Should really have like an ending something or another here. I got nothing. Yeah, those guys in the cute guys, they do a good job. I don't have a good like. Where's my like and subscribe? F5. Swap. There you go. Oh, and it even didn't go to the end. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. That's it. I got nothing.